Again, the bond market is not supposed to be moving like this. The bond market, again, is risk-free return. But I forget who says it, but it's really return-free risk. That's what it truly is. And when you understand what bonds are a guarantee to be taxed in the future to pay back those bonds. So when you are buying a bond or someone else is buying a bond from the government, you're giving them cash, and it's bond is a root form of bondage. And you are saying, hey, you know what, government, here's some cash now, spend it on whatever propaganda or wars or whatever BS you want now, and give me a return in the future at some point by taxing me in the future, by inflating away the currency indirectly or directly taxing me in the future, or taxing my children or grandchildren or whoever. That's literally what a bond is. So when you figure that out, when society figures that out, because I know you know that, but when society figures that out, that is one of the reasons, again, why I am a believer in Bitcoin. One of the million reasons that I believe Bitcoin will eat the shorts of bonds in the future and many other asset classes. So what's in trouble in the future? Life insurance, pensions, 401ks, ETFs, all these paper assets that are built off of bonds, off of this guarantee, basically off the back of the American worker. This is why America, the bond market, the biggest market in the world, the credit market, is why I always look at the 10-year treasury. And I always say the credit market is the dog that wags the tail. This is why. When it's the biggest market in the world, and it's basically the entire world saying, hey, the American people have no idea what's going on. They have the best system of law, the best property rights, relative to everyone else, and they have the best economy relative to everybody else. Could be a billion times better, but we'll digress for now. However, that's why people invest in America. They say, hey, the American worker is great. The American worker is always going to show up. These people work 10, 12, 15 hours a day. The people in Europe are like, whatever. I invest in American bonds. These people go to work. They give me a little bit of a return. I just kick my feet up and work like half the year. That's what's going on because Americans haven't figured out the game, that they're just being enslaved to death. They are the cog in the matrix. They are literally in the matrix, or in the pod, and they have their time and energy being sucked away from them, because that's what your wealth is. Money is a container for that time and energy. That's it. That's it. And you're saying, when you're buying a bond, hey, I'm going to give the government this currency so they can go spend it on, it could be projects around the country. It could be a national park, could be Mount Rushmore. But generally it goes to paying off 10% of the big guy. It goes to wars, Afghanistan, Ukraine, Vietnam, Desert Storm, Grenada, all these boondoggles, bridges to nowhere, and things like Solyndra, or running Operation Fast and Furious and Choke Point, these ways to try to entrap people, good people, honest people, and try to make them look bad, whatever it is. This is what the government does, and this is how they create crisis and emergency. As we know, what's his name, Obama's guy, after Chicago, don't let a good crisis go to waste. And this goes back before that too. But this is the game being played on